Hey guys, I'm Randy.
And I'm Daniel.
We're two lifelong friends and musicians, but when we're not playing gigs, we like to talk games.
And today on the Game and Gig podcast, we asked the people, do you regret buying a Nintendo Switch?
All right, this is our third video in our, do you regret buying a console series? I guess it's a series at this point.
It's a saga, really.
Yeah. And we've already done the Series X. We've already done the PS5. Go check out those podcasts. But this one is all about the Switch. It's the Switch's turn. And, the Switch has been an extremely well-selling console.
Mm-hmm.
It's done great for Nintendo. But the question is, just because a lot of people have bought it, does that mean they love it?
Probably not.
Right. I mean, no. We asked the question, do you regret buying a Nintendo Switch? And this was, I think, as it will be our most popular poll we've ever done once all the numbers come in, because we only asked this a day ago. So in a day, we got 2.6 thousand votes, and 6% of people said yes, they regret it. 74 said no, and then only 20% of people said they don't own a Switch.
Yeah, so we did some number crunching like we always seem to do. And that's 80% of our 2.6 thousand voters that actually own a Switch. That comes out to be just a little over 2,000. And out of those 2,000-ish people, about 7.5% of them regret buying their Switch. And I think that came out to be about 124 people.
Which is,
That's a pretty tiny number.
that's pretty low, especially when you compare it to the polls we did on the Series X and the PS5. I think the Series X had about, not the Series X, I'm sorry, the Series consoles.
Mm-hmm.
They had about close to a quarter of the people who purchased it said they regretted buying it. The PS5 wasn't that much. It probably was.
I think it was around 10.
Yeah, it was a lot less. But even lower is the Nintendo Switch. So the question is why do people not regret buying it?
Well, Tears of the Kingdom,
I don't think it has to do with Tears of the Kingdom. Good game.
It's been out a lot longer than Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, one good game doesn't do it.
No, but it's got at least two because there's also Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Now, you and I are both Switch owners.
Mm-hmm.
We've owned the Switch for quite a while. I got in just shortly after launch, and you weren't that far behind either. I think you got yours in 2018.
Yeah. And then we've since upgraded to OLEDs. That's how much we loved it.
Yeah. But, we've played a lot of the Switch, and I've gone on record saying that I think my favorite console, maybe of all time, is the Switch. So I'm a little biased. I am a Nintendo person.
And I wasn't sure what to say when you asked me the same question, but since playing Tears of the Kingdom, I've decided that I agree.
I know Tears of the Kingdom has you entranced right now.
It has got me in a way. In some sort of way.
In a very bad way.
I can't wait. I know it's not going to be like a staggeringly large number because I'm still an adult that has to do other crap, but in a couple days, I'll finally get my hours played from the Switch.
What is it, 10 days after?
10 days, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious to see what it is because it's like when I pick it up, it's at least an hour. Like if I just turn the damn Switch on, and that hasn't happened to me for quite a while.
No, I'm same here. I don't think I've put near as many hours as you into the game. I think I'm actually further along in the story than you.
That really surprised me when you said that you were, we can say what we said. I've done 2 temples and Randy's on his 3rd, and that really shocked me, actually.
Yeah. But I think that maybe I've been doing a lot of just getting lost and playing around, but I don't think I've done as much as you.
Yeah.
Obviously I haven't.
I've done an awful lot.
I kind of figured you had.
How many hearts do you have?
I don't know. I've been kind of balancing stamina and hearts, but we need to get back on topic. I know it's gonna be hard with Tears of the Kingdom.
I want to know how many hearts you have.
I don't know how many hearts I have. I really don't. I'd say maybe 7.
Okay. I have 9 hearts, and I've almost filled up a second stamina wheel.
Okay. I've been kind of balancing. I'd say probably 7 hearts.
Yeah.
I just got another one today, this morning.
Congrats.
So we have some comments on this. Do you regret buying a Switch? The first one we're going to look at is from Thunderstrick. I love that username. He said, there was a period of time while there where I wasn't using my Switch as much, and I started to regret it. And then Nintendo dropped Metroid Dread, Xenoblade 3, Fire Emblem Engage. Let's see. Oh, that's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, Metroid Prime Remastered, and now Tears of the Kingdom. And now my Switch is my most used console, so I definitely don't regret it. That reminds me of you.
That reminds me of me.
Yeah, because I think there was a time where you and the Switch had a bit of a dry spell.
Yeah, but I never regretted buying it or didn't love it because it's got Smash. Period. It always has my heart. But yeah, no, I did go through quite a dry spell with the Switch because I've just been playing Steam Deck and it does what Nintendo don't.
Right.
Except for playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, you could play Tears of the Kingdom on.
Not as good.
Yeah.
Yet.
One day.
Not as good yet.
One day. But I mean, yeah, I think
this is kind of like.
I think that it is really all about the games. And as Thunderstrick has put here, I mean, if a console has games that you want to play, that is the determining factor of if you will play that console or not.
It really is.
It doesn't matter how great the console is. If it doesn't have games that you want to play, there's no point in even turning it on.
No, it really doesn't. And, you know, he mentioned Fire Emblem Engage. Now that I've gotten back into playing my Switch, that game's kind of got back in my head, and I might play it after I play Tears of the Kingdom because I want to play it.
Yeah, you're a big Fire Emblem fan.
I love Fire Emblem.
You haven't played it.
Yeah, I love Fire Emblem. So I think it might be time, you know, to sprinkle in some Engage. Of course, Street Fighter 6 dropping, so I don't know, but I want to play it.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 hasn't come to the Switch though, unfortunately.
No, but they're in an open beta right now.
Oh.
So at some point today, I'm going to play some online Street Fighter 6.
Now the new Mortal Kombat game that just got announced is coming to Switch.
Ooh, and it looks good and nasty, bloody, man.
Oh, that trailer that they dropped was gory.
It was so gory, like I loved it.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I thought about making a YouTube video talking about it, and I was like, I can't put this trailer on our YouTube channel without getting it demonetized.
Well,
like, it would happen.
Maximilian dude, I'm sure you've seen him. He talks tons of fighting games, right? So he does reaction to the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, and during the fatalities, he didn't show it, and he would instead like just, you know, talking head be talking, and he would put a caption up that said like, "Oh, he's fine, I promise," or "They're friends now." You know, he made it really funny.
Yeah, you know that trailer they put out. They were not able to monetize that trailer.
No way. But it looks so freaking good. And if it's, you know, more, I don't know if it's a reboot or if it's like an alternative timeline kind of deal. I don't really know Mortal Kombat lore.
So apparently, and I didn't play 11. The last Mortal Kombat game I played was 10. But apparently in 11, some events happened that kind of reset the timeline.
Okay. So I think it's a good time for me to jump into Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, apparently they're resetting the lore completely.
I got Mortal Kombat 11 for $4.99 yesterday on Steam.
Really?
Because I guess the new trailer dropped, so they're cutting the price of 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw that it was on sale on the Switch as well.
Yeah, $4.99.
I think, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure when I was looking at the eShop last night, I noticed that Mortal Kombat 11 was on sale.
Yeah, people say that that's one of those like miracle ports too, except for just a couple things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people say
that's
great.
I heard that people were optimistic about this new Mortal Kombat game coming to Switch because the last one was good. I remember, yeah, but I haven't heard Miracle Port put out there, but that's cool.
All right, well, we got another comment here from Crazy Cat Lady.
Crazy. Is this my wife?
Have like an alternate YouTube?
I don't think she does. I'm pretty sure she doesn't. This isn't my wife.
Okay. Well, anyway, Crazy Cat Lady said, to be honest, just the other night I picked up my Switch for the first time again since last December. I certainly don't regret getting the Switch. There's a lot of great games on it and even more.
So it's interesting though. Some time away from the Switch. Did you pick it up because of Tears of the Kingdom? Let us know. I'm going to guess so. I'm going to guess that was what brought you back. Could be wrong. But, I mean, I think Tears of the Kingdom has brought a lot of the people back to Switch. I noticed my friends' list on Switch is way more, like, popping than it used to be.
And I love it because the other day I almost took a screenshot and sent it to you guys because I was playing and it said 4 friends online. So I clicked on it and it was you and Tatum and Andy and Dan. And under everybody's name it said Legend of, and it like ... you know? Now, Dan actually was playing Breath of the Wild because he doesn't have Tears of the Kingdom yet.
Why?
I'm just saying, that's what I saw. We can call him out about it tonight on stream, maybe, if he plays Sea of Thieves. But yeah, he was playing Breath of the Wild, but everybody else is playing Tears of the Kingdom. And now Frankie has Tears of the Kingdom, so there's potential to see 5 now.
Oh my God.
And it just say Legend of Z ... I loved it. Made me so happy.
That is great. That is great. I saw Andy yesterday. I ran into him.
Really?
Me and Catherine went out to eat. Let me tell you guys, I did this. We went to one of those sushi restaurants that you don't have a waiter. You don't have anyone. It's robots take care of you. They had a little robot bringing around drinks. They had a little, you would order something and it'd come on this thing on a robot would bring it to you. And they also had the track where sushi was just coming around.
Oh yeah, the conveyor belt.
And you could pick anything off. That was crazy.
Where'd you go? What?
In Kennesaw.
Kennesaw, okay.
And Andy was there as well. That's why.
That's crazy.
Actually, it was the crew. It was Andy, Alex, and Carson.
Oh, yes. That's the crew. Yeah, Andy hit me up last weekend and wanted to hang out, and we had gigs.
Yeah.
But I know he was in town this weekend. Andy, we didn't have no gig yesterday, bruh.
Now that I'm sure you guys are so interested in us seeing friends, but it is a thing that happened.
We have friends.
But the sushi place is crazy. If you guys have ever been to a place like that, let me know. I mean, seriously, the robot bringing on drinks was singing happy birthday to somebody. The robot was. It was the craziest thing.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Weird. Very bizarre. Okay. So next we've got Tom Derry. Oh, man. And this is a little bit of a saga because I got Tom and then a reply to Tom that I want to talk about. But first, let's talk about Tom's comment, who said, great value, great games, fun games. Besides hardwired internet, which the OLED has, what more could a true gamer ask for? What more could a true gamer ask for, Daniel?
Well, I haven't read this reply, but I'm going to say that they mentioned something to do with related to performance, specifically maybe resolution and frame rate.
Well, I would say that, yes, that's exactly what they say. The person before, underneath it says, Ultimate Break says, I like the Switch and stuff, but as a true gamer, I want better resolutions and frame rates. I don't care too much about graphics, but yeah, nicer frame rates would be good.
I'm with you. I think frame rate over graphics.
Have you
resolution? I mean,
okay. So Tears of the Kingdom doesn't run at a great frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's known. It like 30 is at best.
Mm-hmm.
It often goes below. Has it bothered you?
It only bothered me a little bit yesterday when I was doing the Fire Temple, and I was running my Ultra Hand, and the Fire Temple has a lot of like particles going around, and I think it just was really kind of chugging for a minute there, and I didn't love it for a minute there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it picked back up. I mean, no, it hasn't really bothered me because the game is so amazing.
Yeah.
But I noticed it the most yesterday in that moment.
Well, I also did the Fire Temple yesterday, and I didn't notice it yesterday. I don't know, but maybe I was
playing in handheld.
I'm not real sensitive to frame rates. I'm just really not. Like there are some games where I've noticed frame rates being an issue, but there's a cat out there. But I don't know what. It doesn't seem to bother me much as long as it's not like 15, and I'm sure it does probably go to 15.
I bet it touches 15. Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother me. But I also think that like a lot of games can look very good on Switch. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people like say that Tears of the Kingdom is not great graphically, but I think it looks great. Well, I just disagree. I'm sorry.
I do too. And a crazy thing happened yesterday, and I'm glad that it was able to organically be brought up on this podcast, because I was sitting at my parents' house yesterday, just hanging out. I did that. And I was playing the Switch, right? And handheld. I was doing the Fire Temple, and my dad walks by, right? My dad, I love my dad, but he's a crotchety old man. He doesn't play video games. He doesn't care about video games at all, right? He walks by, and he sees it. He kind of looks down at it, and he says, wow, that game looks really cool. I know. And I had that same reaction. I was like, well, yeah, it is really cool, Dad.
Let me tell you about Tears of the Kingdom.
Everything. He was like, yeah, I mean, he called it the video, but he meant the graphic. He said the video on that looks really good. And I
said, it on your OLED Switch?
Yeah. Okay. And I didn't mention, I bet you're just seeing how nice the screen is. That's kind of what I was thinking.
But also the game does look genuinely good. I have not played it in handheld one time, though.
I've played it majority handheld.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, but that like warmed the crap out of my heart. And I was like, honestly, Dad, like games have come a long way. This is even one of the like near the top like graphic game you could see. Like,
yeah. Imagine that you were playing the Callisto Protocol on like a really nice OLED TV and he walked by. He would think it was a movie.
Yeah.
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 And then you'd be like, yeah, it does look good, but the gameplay, okay, at least a little bit desired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So before we move on with more comments, which we do have, I want to tell you guys about something that I've started doing recently, and that is I've tried to revitalize our Twitter page. Mm-hmm. Only one problem. We don't have any followers. We have a couple, but we have very few. And so if you want to like hang out on Twitter, or not hang out on Twitter, but follow us on Twitter, I'm just going to be posting, random gaming thoughts. It's all going to be gaming related. I promise. I'm not just going to be one of those like, where you just like tweet random thoughts you have. I'm not going to be doing that. It's going to be gaming related. But if you want to, check us out on Twitter, go there and
Yeah.
say hey to me. There's hardly any followers, so you can just probably have no problem getting directly to me that way.
Yeah, I really wanted the Twitter to be popping in the early days. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that the Twitter starts popping, and because I would love to have an active Twitter. That sounds fun.
I've actually enjoyed it. I've been doing it for a couple of days. Really fun. So come hang out on Twitter. If you do that kind of stuff, follow us on Twitter. All right, next comment here. Hit us with this one from this Airsoft team. We're getting comments from an Airsoft team. What?
Airsoft team for real.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I've owned quite a bunch of gaming system, and I got to be honest, the Switch might be my best investment. I travel a lot for my work, Airsoft, and bringing the Switch with me is like taking a bit of what I enjoy at home with me. The Switch is so convenient, I never regretted anything about it.
I mean, it being a hybrid is just
like,
I know we are 6 years in, and we're working on the 7th year of the Switch. It don't matter that 6-7 years have gone by. The hybrid idea is so cool.
It is. It has literally never faded on me.
If Nintendo's next system is for some reason not a hybrid, which I would bet money that it's going to be.
Yeah.
If it's not, I'm going to be very upset.
It's either going to be a hybrid or they'll go back to having like a true handheld division.
Well, yeah, I mean, that could happen. I could see that maybe, but I mean, I think the smart move is keep it the hybrid. Just
Me
go
too.
all the way hybrid.
Especially, I mean, since Nintendo is not trying to push any of this like cutting edge resolution, cutting edge frame rate, keep it your hybrid. I mean, make it a little bigger if you have to,
When you're traveling,
Let's go.
You need it to be a handheld. But when you're at home, it can be a home console. It's just like, ugh. I know it's been
nice.
beaten to the ground, but to me, it still is cool.
It is still cool.
Next, we got Daiquiri. I don't know.
Daiquiris.
Daiquiri. Oh, I don't think that's right.
It's all right.
So, no, I love my Switch. I got it 3 years ago, and I already have 72 games on it. It has a great balance of JRPGs, kids games, exclusives, and Western ports from other systems. Kingdom of Amalur, classic Assassin's Creed, and Sniper Elite are some of the examples. Yeah, I mean, it does have a lot of that stuff. Now, most of those, big budget Western type games are older ports, but there's some good ones.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I think that's one thing the Switch has going for it is that it's got an absolutely massive library. I mean, just there's something for everybody.
Yeah, and a lot of the games are older and they are ports, but as we were just saying a second ago, it being a handheld hybrid sort of thing, that makes those games, you can play them in a way you never would have been able to play them before. So it doesn't really matter that a lot of them are older games.
No, I mean, the top selling Switch game is a port.
Yeah.
Would that, being Mario
Kart 8. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Top selling Switch game, and it was a port from the Wii U, which is crazy. I mean, the Switch basically is a Wii U because hardly any Wii U games didn't get ported to the Switch.
And you know what occurred to me the other day? Not this is just where my head is right now, but I promise it's relevant to the conversation. So, in Breath of the Wild,
okay, yeah,
the Sheikah Slate, I've always thought of it as a Switch.
No,
it's a gamepad.
It's a Wii U gamepad.
I never thought about it, how the game was originally for the Wii U. It's a gamepad.
It's not exactly like a gamepad, though, because the Sheikah Slate, if I remember correctly, it's been a number of years since I played Breath of the Wild, the Sheikah Slate has like a hand.
It has a handle in it.
It has a handle in it that the Wii U gamepad definitely doesn't have.
Correct.
But other than that, it's a Wii U gamepad.
But the Purapad from Tears of the Kingdom clearly has Joy-Con.
It's a Switch.
It's a Switch.
All the way. Yep. I mean, like, the Sheikah Slate is more generic tablet-y, but with a weird little, like, cutout for your hand.
It's like those kids' tablet cases that they have where you see the kid at the restaurant, because their parents don't want to do any real parenting, and they've got, like, a Nerf case on it. I didn't mean to put anybody on blast there. That's just... I mean...
all the parents with tablet kids out there, Daniel's, he doesn't like the way you parent.
I'm a teacher. I see what this does. I'm sorry. But anyway, these cases have like these big handles on them. That's all I was trying to say.
Yep. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But yeah, the Sheikah Slate is definitely, Link got himself some sort of crazy tablet.
Okay. Let's rein it back in. Next comment from Morris Dennison. Morris said, yes and no. I've already played all the games on the console I've wanted to. As a result, it is one of the consoles I touched the least.
I have to say, this is one of the only negative comments, and it's not even that negative.
It's not even that negative. I kind of agreed with that until fairly recently, except there were games I knew I wanted to play. I just wasn't motivated yet to do it.
When you had your new toy, you had your Steam Deck.
Oh, yeah.
And that, I mean, the new shiny toy is always going to get a lot of play.
The Steam Deck got a little love last night, too. I moved it back into the living room, got that Street Fighter demo ready to go. Like,
Yep.
it's going to get some love today.
Yep. It's going to be hard for you to play Street Fighter for too long when you know Tears of the Kingdom is waiting on you, though.
I'll probably just go in and get my butt kicked for a few rounds and be like, all right, let's go save Hyrule.
Next, we got another yes and no. This one is from Asada Twitch, saying, yes and no, nothing has grabbed my attention much since Odyssey and Smash. That's been a while. Odyssey is 2017, Smash was 2018. I mainly only bought the Switch because I love 3D Mario games and Metroid, and it's been pretty lackluster, though I'm grateful now we have Prime Remastered, which I've yet to buy. Well, Prime Remastered is awesome. You will love it. And I'm sure if you love Metroid, you played Metroid Dread. I'm hoping. If you didn't play Metroid Dread, that's worth playing.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of Metroid now on the Switch because we have Metroid Fusion on NSO.
Mm-hmm.
We have, of course, Metroid and Metroid, or Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Metroid 1 and Super Metroid are also on NSO.
Mm-hmm. Do we have Metroid 2?
On Game Boy? I think it might be, yeah. I think it is. I think we have Metroid 2 as well.
So that's 1, 2, Super being 3, Fusion. So you can technically play all the mainline Metroid games on Switch.
Yeah.
Just maybe not the best version of all those games.
Right, because you really need to be playing Zero Mission instead of regular old Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
And then you definitely need to be playing Samus Returns for the 3DS instead of Metroid 2. And that's by a long shot.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That was
Metroid 2 is hard to play.
Metroid 2, I don't know what's harder to play. Original Metroid or Metroid 2? Probably Metroid 2 because it has like no different backgrounds. It's like black background. Yeah. But hey, the old Game Boy games.
All right. So we've reached that point in the podcast where we want to tell you about our Instagram. Okay, we haven't done this in a while.
No.
But our Instagram needs some love, okay? We post shorts over there all the time. We being Randy. Randy posts all the shorts.
And actually, I just started reposting. I let the Instagram die.
Oh, you let it wither?
I let it die for like a year and just didn't post anything to it. But now I'm going to try to post it because I know people like use Instagram. And, it doesn't take me any time to post to Instagram. Just like, they go everywhere because we have shorts that get posted to YouTube, TikTok. Why not also post them to Instagram? I mean, if you're an Instagram user, follow us on Instagram.
Do it for us. Do it for the gram.
Yeah, do it for the gram. My goodness.
All right.
All right, continuing on to do you regret buying a Switch? We got a comment from Julian who said, I own 2 Switches and I regret nothing.
I also own 2 Switches because I have a Switch Lite. Mm-hmm. And I am at a point where I'm either just going to just relegate it and just have it for the collection, or I'm going to sell it.
If you sell it to me.
You want it? See, if I sell it, I'll sell it to you. I almost asked if like you and Catherine would get any use out of having a Switch, like having 2 Switches in the house. I did think about you, but I didn't think you would be interested. And I'm also not sure I'm ready. This can be an off-camera conversation. But,
okay, I'm not sure I'm ready to part from it. But if you do decide to sell it, let me know. Because I really do, like, Tears of the Kingdom, and I know that we keep talking about it, but it's just the game right now. Mm-hmm. It's made it so that, like, me and Catherine want to play at the same time. Now, I know we need an additional copy of the game. But there are times also when, like, I could be, like, if say she wants to be playing Tears of the Kingdom, I could be playing another game. And lots of times the games I want to play are on Switch, and we only have one. So there has been recently some times where I've been wanting a second Switch badly.
Well, I know we can't finalize the deal on camera, but I have a stipulation that I would throw out on camera because I think it's interesting.
Okay, hit me with it.
Do you have any idea what it is?
Do I have any idea of what your
Any idea what I might be about to bring up?
I would hope that you'd say, if you just want to borrow it, you can borrow it, and I'll get it back from you at any time.
Well, of course, that's all. You could always do that. But that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, gosh. Okay, what was your stipulation then?
What I was going to say is I will 100% sell it to you for super bro price. If.
Okay, hit me with the if.
If you will throw back in my old Game Boy SP.
No.
I've been thinking about that thing lately, and I'm like, I can't believe I did that.
I don't know why you'd want that SP back.
Because it was mine. Just because it was my old one.
But the thing is, right now, that Game Boy SP is the only way I have to play Game Boy Advance games.
What about your DS Lite?
Oh, I have multiple DS Lites, so never mind. It's the only way I have. Nope, it's not even. It's the only way I have to play Game Boy Color games with a backlit screen.
Okay.
But here's
I have almost brought it up to you before and been willing to buy one on eBay to get mine back. I've almost done that.
okay. We need to.
I've never brought this up to Randy before.
We need to talk about this because I'll be honest with you. That Game Boy SP is not a 101,
No, it's not.
and because of that, it's really not that great.
No, I know it's not that great. It's just like I traded it away before I got back into this stuff, or I sold it to you before I got back into it.
Yeah.
And now I look at that shelf behind
You're
me,
like, it's missing the.
and I'm like, I cannot freaking believe I just don't have my Game Boy SP sitting on that shelf.
We may be able to work something out. We may be able to work something out here. We may be able to do something to work out a deal here because I know we're just ranting here, but this
is what podcasts are for.
okay. I really, really, really want a Retron 5, and they're back. They're back. You can buy them now.
Does that play Game Boy games? I don't really know anything about it.
So if we can work out something, it plays. Yeah, it would work. And see, I don't really like to play those Game Boy games in handheld anyway. Like when I play Game Boy, I play them on the Game Boy player on the Super Nintendo, which I run through a line doubler and then put it in HD on my TV. There you go. So that's how I do it anyway, but I can't do it with Game Boy Advance, and I cannot do it with Game Boy Color.
Right.
Because I can only do it with original Game Boy cartridges, which is great, but it just doesn't,
It won't take the clear Game Boy Color.
It won't take the clear ones, the ones that are actually for Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
I can only do it with original Game Boy games. But and I don't have a GameCube with the Game Boy player. Right. I said Game Boy player earlier. I meant the Super Game Boy. I don't have a Game Boy player for a GameCube. I don't own a GameCube. So I got to figure something out. But if I get the Retron 5.
Well, I think you should get one.
Which I saw one yesterday and actually really considered buying one. So we might be able to work something out here. I think there's a deal to be made. I think there's a deal to be made. All right. Next, here's Caleb's comment.
Caleb. Hey, Caleb. Caleb said, how can I regret buying something that has Smash Bros? That's where I'm at. That's why even when I took a break from the Switch, no, of course I didn't regret it.
I mean, Smash is always there. That's one of those games that you've been coming back to for years and years and years. We stream Smash on Twitch on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. A little plug for our Twitch channel there.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Next, we got True November. I don't know what this Roman numeral is, but it is probably a big number.
36.
36? Is that it? Is X 10? That's not that big of a number. I regret paying an inflated price during lockdown for the Animal Crossing exclusive Switch, but I don't regret having it. I think a lot of people during lockdown paid a lot for that Animal Crossing Switch.
Now the Tears of the Kingdom Switch is the new exclusive hotness.
Yep. You know what? There's been a couple, special edition Switches come out recently that have not received the same hype the Animal Crossing one, I think, probably was the most hyped out of any. I think even more than the Tears of the Kingdom one. Because of when it hit. That was when we had a Switch shortage. It seemed like the Animal Crossing exclusive one was being really put out there at the time. And it was during the pandemic, and everyone wanted to play Animal Crossing. And of course, they wanted it on their Animal Crossing Switch. Tons of people were buying Switches at that time. But we've had the newest Splatoon Switch. I don't hear anybody really talking about that one.
Man, when that came out though, everybody said it looked great. I mean, it just doesn't have the hype behind it.
Yeah. And we also got the newest Pokemon, the
Scarlet
and Violet, which is,
it looks fine too. I just I wouldn't buy it because of that game's reputation.
I actually think that the controller colors for the Animal Crossing one is one of the coolest Joy-Con.
They look great.
Yeah. I like those pastel sort of, because all the other Joy-Cons are really bright. And so it's kind of cool to have the muted pastel colors.
I pulled my Switch out at school the other day, and I have the purple and orange Joy-Con on it, and then I had the white grip on the back, and then the tablet itself was black, of course. So it was just a hodgepodge of all of these different colors. And the kids were like, Mr. Johnson, why does your Switch have so many different colors? And I said, because I'm extra. And they were like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely extra.
But if it had the white Joy-Con on it, it wouldn't have got that reaction.
No.
It was just those crazy looking Joy-Con.
Yeah, I forgot you bought those. Those are only available to purchase separate. Those orange and purple set.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones you can buy.
I bought them to protect my white ones, basically.
Makes sense. All right, next we got Miguel GC Gamer. The GC stands for GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Got one in 2021 on Black Friday. Waited quite a while to get into the Switch. Interesting. 2 months later, got the OLED. Then 2 months ago, I got the Scarlet and Violet edition. Oh my gosh, you made up for it though. And plan on using it when I feel like my OLED has seen better days and give it to my siblings. Without the Switch, I wouldn't have tried other franchises like Metroid, Bayonetta, Xenoblade, Resident Evil, and yada yada yada.
That's a good one.
Having it portable is convenient for me since I would need a TV all the time to use it so my siblings can watch TV. Oh, I wouldn't need a TV all the time. Yeah, definitely. Man, 3 different Switches.
I love that.
The Scarlet and Violet edition, that one is an OLED too, isn't it?
Yes, there's only 3 special edition OLEDs, and it's the Scarlet and Violet, the Splatoon, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. Other than that, they've been the regular Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And so once your regular OLED has seen better days, I don't know, man. I feel like they're built pretty well. I don't know that it's going to ever...
Oh, they're built way better than the original Switches. I mean, they at least have a glass screen on them, and the plastic itself just feels a little better.
It almost feels like metal. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did to create that plastic. It's like cool to the touch.
Mm-hmm. It feels real high quality. And the kickstand, like I use my kickstand quite a bit, and it's never loosened up on me, knock on wood. And yeah, I think they're built to last.
Yeah, I do think that the build quality, they really, I mean, it's expensive. They charge a premium, $350. I mean,
with the exception of the Joy-Con themselves, Nintendo has a pretty good reputation for building their crap to last. I mean, there's that Game Boy that like went through a bomb, and you can still play Tetris on it. I don't know if you've looked that up, but it's like all melted and crazy look. I mean, Nintendo can build crap.
They can. Their build quality is usually pretty good. I don't know that I feel like I've noticed that the Wii has kind of deteriorated over the years. Like I'm not sure that the Wii was as high quality. I feel like they just seem cheap now. Like when I pick up a Wii, I'm like, oh, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like other than that, it seems like both of our N64s are still trucking. You know, Super Nintendo, NES, like those still generally all still work for the most part. If you have one, it probably still works, which is crazy.
I just need a part for my Super Nintendo and it would work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yours is missing something in the back.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Well, we've reached that point in the podcast where we shout out the 3 for Dale Club. So if you're not familiar with the 3 for Dale Club, it's an exclusive club in the Gaming Geek community, and you can join it. Okay. All you have to do is leave us a comment on this video and say 3 for Dale somewhere in your comment. That's all you got to do, and we'll shout you out on the next episode.
I realize that a lot of people don't even know what 3 for Dale is in reference to.
I think that's part of the magic.
That's part of the magic. The only hint I will give you is that Daniel and I, we grew up in Georgia, and being Georgia kids, you know, there are some pastimes that are mostly enjoyed in the South in terms of it's I'm going to say it is a sport of sorts.
It's a sport. Yeah.
Of sorts. I should have of sorts.
Yeah, it's a sport.
And it's a reference to a very famous person. I'm giving too many hints.
He's more than a person. He's like a demigod.
And he left us too soon.
Yeah. I mean, his impact on our region as a whole cannot be overstated. I've already mentioned this episode. I'm a teacher, right? I see kids with this person on their shirt weekly.
That's pretty cool.
Weekly.
And he's been gone for like
20 years.
Yeah.
Or more.
More.
I don't know. And I'm not trying to make light of the man's death. It affected all of us.
No. More.
Yeah, I feel like I was younger than 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Just drop us a 3 for Dale.
Yeah, and we'll shout you out next week. But this week, we've got a pretty good list. We got, starting off with Punchy Punch. We read a comment of his earlier.
Welcome back, Caleb. We got Tom Derry. Tom, we appreciate you.
Tom's been hanging out a lot in our Discord. Go join our Discord server. There's a link in the description of this video.
Yes, I love seeing Tom pop up in Discord.
Oh, man. Tom always has some good stuff to say.
Yeah.
We got Landon Stallings. Landon, man. The man, the myth, the legend. There's nothing we can say about Landon that someone already hasn't said because, he's the talk of the town.
There's nothing that we can say about Landon that past Randy and Daniel haven't said about Landon because we've loved Landon for a long time now.
Landon has been the tent pole of the Three for Dale Club. Keeping it up.
Exactly what I was thinking. The tent pole.
He's keeping it up,
All right, we've also got a newcomer.
Yeah.
Ian McCurdy. Welcome, Ian.
Glad you're part of the Three for Dale Club this week. And last, we have Douglas BQ. I don't know what BQ stands for.
Throw another B in there and I'm hungry.
Hey.
Tell you what.
That's right. I've had so much. Speaking of barbecue, I've had barbecue a bunch because when we were putting the gig and gaming gig the other day, we played an event where they catered barbecue for us. The very next day,
it's really good too.
The very next day, Catherine and I went and met Kat's dad and had barbecue for lunch, and it was also delicious. So I've just been all about barbecue. Heck, I'd eat barbecue again today.
I was about to say I would eat barbecue right now. No problem. Of course, I haven't had it twice already.
And just for reference, the other day, Catherine and I figured out that used to, not anymore, our little bitty town had 4 barbecue restaurants in it. Now it's only got 3.
Oh, yeah, man. Our town used to have some killer, so Davis Barbecue, Two Brothers. You counting Two Brothers?
Oh, well, I guess really a little bit out of town. No, I was counting that place that was in downtown. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, Smoking
Something.
Moe's, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Biggins? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Now we got Wilson's.
If you count Two Brothers, that's another, and that's not even really that far out, but it's a little bit.
And Two Brothers was solid too. I miss that place. Yeah. But anyway, y'all.
Now we only have 3. Now we've moved from potentially 5 to 3, but still a little bitty town with 5 barbecue restaurants and all pretty good. It's crazy.
The ones we have now are still good.
Oh yeah, yeah. We just don't have as many as we used to. I mean, but how can a small town, keep that many barbecue restaurants afloat?
Easily.
Well, guys, today has been one heck of an episode where we really went off topic a lot, but hopefully you stuck here with us and, let us know in the comments. What do you think about the Switch? Do you have any last minute thoughts on, do you regret buying a Switch? Have you loved it? I didn't see hardly any negative in the comments. So if you have anything negative to say, in a constructive way, obviously.
Yeah.
We don't like to just hate for no reason, but.
Well, there's no reason. Anyway, tell us why it's your favorite console.
All right, guys. Until next time, I'm Randy.
And I'm Daniel.
And this has been Gaming Gig.
Peace out.